This is my... Oh, let me bring this a little bit closer to me, maybe, so you can hear me a little better. This is my first time doing this, like, multi-stream thing. So, give me, you know, a little bit of slack. Because I don't entirely know how well this is going to work. But we're going to give it a try tonight and kind of see how it works, if it works. Because I really don't necessarily know how it's going to work and all that fun jazz, so bear with me a little bit here as I kind of figure all this fun stuff out, because I'm figuring this all out for the first time here, so bear with me, because we're doing this all together for the first time here. I'm waiting for it to like show up that I'm live on TikTok. Okay. Alright, well, we're going to also continue setting up the airplane here while that figures itself out. Maybe, wow, this is laggy. Goodness. I'm going to throw that on. Turn on ground power here. Align our aiders over on the overhead panel. Continue to move down, ground control. Crew supplies coming on. We'll test number 1, APU, and number 2. Continue moving down, throw our beacon light on here just for a moment. Arm our emergency exit lights.
Arm doors, and cross-check.
Everything else looks fairly acceptable for right now, I would say. So we'll roll with that for the time being. In the meantime, I'm also going to get up my my flight plan here. American Airlines 2581. And we're flying Vegas. We're going to fly to Fresno, California today. Quick little hour and 20-minute hop from Vegas to Fresno. Never been to Fresno before, so this will be fun to see how it goes. So I'm looking forward to it. Can I bring this over here, and can I pin this to be on the top of my screen? I don't think I can. That's okay. We'll figure it out. There we go. Maybe. We got that all loaded in. 34,000. Very nice. Come back over here. Pull that up, and yeah. So as we're going here, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to throw them in the chat. Love to answer your questions, chat with you a little bit, and just gonna have some fun. So this is my first time I got folks kind of coming on. Oh, I guess we have no passengers. That's cool. Folks on YouTube and on TikTok. So be patient with me through any technical difficulties that may arise throughout this process here, because I haven't done this before. Oh, we got our flight plan all set up, all that good stuff's taken care of. Got our fuel, got our payload. They're definitely, yeah, there's supposed to be 176 passengers.
Boarding completed. Boarding completed.
Yeah. There we go. Sure. Something like that. I guess. Maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm kind of figuring this out here as we go.
Myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome
So we got our... Everybody's boarding up. I go here onto my McDo. And I have the mobile flight McDo down here. Do my init request. And Vegas to Fresno in there is perfect. Perfect. So, going to go here, grab our 0 fuel weights, pop those in, and grab our block fuel from our EFB over here. Fuel, we got 11,000 pounds on the dot, 11.0 into the McDo. At this point, we'll kind of pop open say intentions. I should have had that up already, but forgot to load that up. So now that also got my little overlay thing updated for all you lovely folks at home. And yeah, at this point I think we'll also go ahead and kind of get the APU fired up here. Boom, 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 boom. Turn on the seatbelt sign, turn on the no smoking sign, all that good stuff. The strobes onto auto. We'll throw the wing lights on here in just a little moment. And for now, we're just going to kind of keep getting ready to get ourselves airborne. Kind of continuing, all that good stuff's loading up. Say intentions is loading up, all sorts of goodies here today. Go here on a clearance delivery. I'm actually going to request it to the McDo because we're in an airplane that we can do that. So if you don't know, let me just make sure that my say intention stuff's all in. Oops. Definitely should not have popped those on the screen. Might be. If you go to ATC.com and then you go to ground request, actually let me grab the ATISs first. Grab our Vegas departure ATIS. That way when we so the say intentions to pick up the spots VACSIM controllers aren't currently running. Yes, Austin, that is how that works. Over on YouTube, hello, hello. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. On this particular flight, I'm not going to be using VATSIM. We're just going to be using say intentions here. We got information kilo. I'll just kind of run through that. Kilo, winds are 100 at 4, 10 statute miles, few at 12,000, broken 25,000, 39 degrees Celsius. This is warm. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And departing runways are 26 left, or 26 right, 19 right, 19 left. Simultaneous approaches are in use. It's parallel and crossings. Cool. So we'll go back here. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I don't think Beyond ATC can do that, unfortunately. I think that is one of the limitations with Beyond ATC, unfortunately, is you can't do, they don't have that in the functionality yet. Go ground request. Information kilo KUSA, and we'll transfer that to the DCDU right up here, and we're going to send that over. Grab my gate number. I could have. And it's being processed. Close that. Cool. So now we're just going to wait for everything to kind of come in from them, and we'll be good to go. Flight plan wise, shouldn't be too complicated today. We're on the Joker 5 departure off of 26 right is planned. I've been playing, I've started playing FSX when I was like 10 years old, or no, not even 5 years old, maybe 5 or 6. I got my first copy of FSX, and I've just been playing Sims kind of ever since. So yeah, I've been playing Sims more or less my whole life. And there's our IFR clearance coming in, cleared to Fresno. Joker 5, we're going to expect 8. That's not what their ATIS said, but that's okay. Joker 5, Keno transition, we'll pop that in. And squawk 7675. 7675. Throw that onto auto. TARA. Cool. Having issues with VATSIM where I can't hear the center controller on the ground. That is odd. VATSIM FAQs might be helpful in that regard, because I unfortunately don't exactly know what would cause that. 10-9 I need backup. That's great. You want to see when you get ready to take off? Well, we will be doing that conveniently. We will be taking off today. Let's throw my APU bleeds here. Everything on the overhead looks good. We'll throw that off, and we will swap over to ramp to grab our push and start. flight to ground, like to request push and start.
Stand by for pushback.
Good. And we'll also take care of our performance calculations over here. Should have done that before we requested push and start, but that's all right. We'll survive. Grab our OFP here. Everything looks good. Calculated out. We got 146, 146, and 146 for our V speeds. So we got 146, 146, and 146 going into McDo. Flaps 1 and flex temperature of 58 degrees Celsius. Is there a co-pilot? Nope, just me for today. And we're also going to throw on our clock here. I'm a cool pilot, I like to think, but people will disagree with that. I don't know why we have Delta ground handling when we are not a Delta flight, but that's okay. Let's throw on our wing lights as well. Let's throw on our nav lights. Ooh, that froze there. That was cool. Nav and logo can be on nighttime. That's nifty. Hi, Korean Air. Didn't know you guys parked up here. That's cool. Passenger doors closed.
Ground to flight deck, connected.
They're locking up the gear. Be ready to go here momentarily. Cool. You need backup standby airport. Okay. Are you a police officer by any chance? Where are we flying to? Did you just change your profile photo, Austin? We're gonna be flying to Fresno, California, KFAT, and we're gonna go nose. Wow, that's performance right there, folks.
Ground to flight deck, release parking brake, please.
That is bad. Parker, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated over on TikTok.
Ground to flight deck, all
So this is a profile photo. It's shown like an airplane. Are you a different Parker? There's a different Austin. There's two Austins because there's one with a plane and then there's one with a person, and that's really interesting to me. We're gonna start up engine number 2. Keep an eye on our engine instruments here as we are spooling up. That is so funny. There's like another, with the exact same username, there's another option. And that is throwing me for a fat loop right now. That is quite funny. We're also going to pull up our ground charts over here. 14,000 feet of runway available, I think should be sufficient. Oh, Vegas Tower is on that sim. How do you feel in the simulator, bro? You need to wear headphones. Shit feels like in real life. I'm not a huge fan of headphones in the sim. I don't know. I usually like to use my speakers. Every now and again I'll throw the headphones on, but Melita, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Oh, you thought this was GTA. Nope, not quite. Not quite GTA. I'm sorry, I'm juggling 2 different chats. This is my first time doing this. Please bear with me. Oh, I should have. Yeah, this is fine. Nose left is okay. Alright, we're going to throw on the parking brakes. Lock that. We'll do single engine taxi here. Sheldon 2. Okay. Whatever that means. Go over to ground now. 121.1. Yes, this is funny. The vast majority of people do ask me, Checker. This is like the first sim that I've done where I haven't had people ask me questions like within 5 minutes. But yes, usually I do get people asking questions. So this is kind of odd. The sim's usually mostly just here for like background, so you're not just staring at my face, just so there's something going on. And I enjoy simming, so it's like a nice balance. If I get to do some simming, and then I also get to answer some questions in chat. So it's a balance, I think. A little bit of water. Just gonna do a single engine taxi. A little Speedbird 350, KLM, Korean. We got all sorts of fun people. Southwest. All the crews here. Text green game over. I don't know what that is. You know nothing about aviation, but the art of piloting does fascinate you. Well, if you have any questions at all, feel free to knock socks off. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And we said we're taking 8 right. Taxi clearance. Here, I'm gonna make same intentions do it because I don't want to do it right now because I'm a little lazy. That's okay though.
Las Vegas ground, American 2581, ready for taxi.
So if any of you do have Checkride questions, or our pilots in here, feel free to.
American 2581, Las Vegas ground, runway 8 left, taxi via yellow/green taxi lane, yellow taxi lane, spot 1, Charlie 2, Bravo, hold short of runway 1 right. Runway 8 left, yellow/green taxi lane, yellow taxi lane, spot 1, Charlie 2, Bravo, hold short of runway 1 right. American 2581.
Well, I'm not British, but I am from Massachusetts, so we do have an accent. A little bit, I think. Let's get ourselves ready to rock and roll here. I've been using San Intentions for about 8 months now, and I absolutely love it. One of the best
X-ray
add-ons
Bravo Zulu Hotel
I've
Mike, ready
used.
to taxi.
In my opinion, anyway.
X-ray Bravo Zulu Hotel Mike.
Have I ever flown to
Runway 1
Newark?
left, taxi via
In
Hotel-
real life or in the
Hotel
sim?
3, hold short of runway 8 left.
In the sim I have, in real life, I have not been to Newark before.
Runway 1 left taxi via Hotel 3, hold short of runway 8 left, X-ray Bravo Zulu Hotel
I have no
Mike.
real desire to go there in real life, so. I have been to JFK. I've been to JFK and LaGuardia. In real life and the sim, both. Okay, we're just gonna. That's fine. That's okay. You can just go straight through me. That's no big deal. Not like I have the right of way or anything. From Massachusetts. Massachussetts. Massachusetts. So we're taking off 30 minutes real time. We're going to be taking off a little bit before 38 minutes. This must be magic. Exactly, it just teleports. It's so cool. We're going to Charlie 2, so we're going to continue following straight here. Charlie. Biggest focal point on the written for private pilot, a lot of it is, I'd say, navigation, like cross navigation, looking at sectionals and airspace and stuff like that. The other big one that I've seen is like some aerodynamics questions, you know, and like logistical questions, like which way do you park? Should you park into the wind? Should you park away from the wind? Like kind of those types of questions. It's a really a broad variety, but the biggest single focal point that I see is definitely navigation, airspace, cloud clearances. Like there'll be like a chart with 2 points, and it's like, what are your cloud clearances at point 2? And you have to identify kind of what space you're in, and then identify what the cloud clearances are, obviously, within that airspace.
3461, ready to taxi.
Southwest 3461, runway 8 left, taxi via
Yes.
spot 9er. Bravo.
There's 2 of you. There's a
Bravo,
duplicate.
hold short of runway 1 right.
I was so perplexed. I was like, why did you, like, did you just change your profile? Because you have the exact same name.
3461.
It's like so weird to me. I'm like, and funnily enough, I'm moving to Austin, in Texas. So that is very funny to me that you both are Austin, and I'm going to Austin. How long did I take my written? Goodness, for private pilot, I took my written in May of 25, so about a year and 3 months. Around there. I know they're changing a lot of the writtens coming up here in October, November, not as standardized, in the sense of it's a dynamic question bank. So it's a, you know, the questions change based on the you know, the candidate. So it's not the exact same questions for every candidate. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think its instrument is end of October, October 30th, 31st is when they're instituting the new one. So if you're going to be taking your written, try to get them done before the end of October, because they'll be mixing them up a good bit. Vegas. What was our taxi instructions again? Charlie 2 Bravo. Okay, we are taking 8 left. Cool. Cool. You have to take your mind in. Why can't you take yours sooner? No, this is LIS. Detroit is Detroit Metro, or DTW is Detroit Metro. I train Part 61. It's like 12:30. Yes, it is 12 or it's 11:30 Eastern time.
Taxi departing via
Eastern,
Alpha 4,
US,
of
of
runway
course.
26 right.
Short of runway 26 right, Southwest 346.
Your school. Oh, gotcha. That kind of sucks. Oh heavens, no. It's like my For You page and flying sims interest me. Well, I'm glad you're here. It's good to have you. Awesome. So, what are you are you going to a 141 like a university program? Goodness. We got that second engine starting up now. That's good. It is a lot of fun. Jose, I did my flight training in Florida, in Sarasota area, if you're familiar. I would highly recommend flying. It is definitely worth giving a shot to, in my opinion. I love it, obviously. Based on that's what I've decided to make my career out of. So, just my semi-humble opinion.
Southwest 346, cross runway 26 right.
You hate flying? What? Did you have like a bad experience, or like was it just kind of just not your thing? And we also do that. Oh, New Smyrna Beach, very nice. Full-time 141, not college per se, just accelerated. Gotcha. That's nice. Oops. That is, yeah, both my parents live down in the Sarasota area. Small world. Austin, thank you for the follow. So like thought if something goes wrong, it's over. That is certainly a valid. Nobody's afraid of flying. Everybody's afraid of suddenly not flying. But it is obviously it is an extreme rare, and pilots are extensively trained. There are very few things that are, I would say, an emergency in a plane. Especially in like general aviation, the only two things I would say are a genuine emergency is a fire or something medical. Everything else is an urgent situation. So there's very few things I think that are an immediate I have to get this airplane on the ground now. With an engine failure, you have time in the air. With a flight control failure, you have time. With a gear failure, you have time.
American 3135.
With a fire
taxi
or a
departing
medical,
via
depending on the
Alpha
severity of the
4,
medical, you have to get that plane on the ground now.
Hold short of runway 26
So,
right.
when there's very few things I think that are of critical safety issues that this plane has to get on the ground right this second. And I try to tell people that about flying, to not be super worried when you're flying, because it is incredibly safe, especially nowadays. So, don't be overly scared of flying, at least in my opinion. How do you feel about cadet programs? I think cadet programs, especially in the current hiring state, are I don't want to say necessity, but a necessity for lack of a better word. I think it's kind of one of those, you kind of have to do it to get it done. It just because there's so many CFIs right now that are all looking to get to the same place. So if you don't, but my 2 cents on cadet programs. Did your first spin today? Totally awesome. Spinning is
3135, cross runway 26 right. American 2581, hold short of runway 1 right. 737 Max on the runway.
Do I know have AADs on the plane? Yes. I believe all, at least commercial airliners, do have AADs. The planes I fly, general aviation, they don't have required AADs, but I believe the airliners all are required to have AADs.
Then continue taxi
And yes,
via
flight attendants are
Bravo,
CPR
hold
trained
short of
and in how to
runway
use the
1 left.
AADs.
Cross 1 right.
Sarasota, that is so my parents actually live like an hour south of Sarasota. That is so funny. Small world. I'm just gonna wait here for our crossing clearance. Cross 1 right, then Bravo, hold short 1 left. Okay. Clear left. Oh, that's bad.
Approaching
The sphere!
runway 1 right.
That's so cool. We're gonna ding the flight attendants as well.
KLM 636 ready to taxi.
KLM 636, runway
What do you do with
taxi,
the AD
aircraft
manufacturer,
taxiway,
Austin?
Spot 1, Charlie 2.
Kinda
Bravo
cool.
Delta, hold short of runway 8 left.
That's like such an interesting one. I've never heard of somebody like at a D company. How long? About 2-3 minutes before we take off, Melita?
Approaching runway 1 left.
Did I flight train in Florida? Yes. I did my flight training in Sarasota,
Cross
Florida.
runway 1 left. Then continue taxi via Hotel 3.
Cross one left. Then
Cross one left.
taxi to Hotel 3.
3 practices from the FOI 90, 94, 94. I think you're good. I think you'll be fine on the FOI. Those are very solid scores. And that through Shepherd Air, or I would assume everybody uses Shepherd Air on the writtens. You do their sales contract, basically. Oh, very nice. So their sales. Wanted to go to Middle Georgia. Do you recommend? Is that like a particular school or like where you're looking to move to? And we're gonna bang this left here. And we'll swap over to. Oops, I should have gone to Hotel 3 all the way. Might be. We're gonna go to Tower. The college. Gotcha. Okay. I don't know a lot about Middle Georgia University or the college, unfortunately.
Approaching runway.
I don't think I know anybody that was there either. Damn. Yeah, I don't know, unfortunately, anybody, and I don't really know much about that particular program. So I apologize. I don't have a ton of advice for you on that. Any advice on a CFI job? Try to network and distinguish yourself as much as you can. Go check out clearance there. You try to, network and distinguish yourself. You know, this is one of the things I do on TikTok Live is, get creative, because everybody's walking in the door handing a resume. So get creative, find ways to try to reach out and network with people that maybe are a little bit out of the box. Post social media content, all sorts of other stuff can be really, really helpful for you. Where are we going? We're going on the runway, and I'm talking air traffic control. CFI camp for 9 hours today. Damn, that's cool. My goal to be a major airline pilot. Down the road, maybe. I really enjoy teaching. So now I'm going to be staying on the education side. I'm working on starting at the flight school. 61 down the road, hopefully it'll be 41, or 141 rather. But at least for now, it'll be a part 61. Manflex SRS Auto Thrust Blue. And I'll get to everybody else's questions here in just a moment. 80 knots. Checked.
Frontier Flight 3107, contact ground on 121.1.
We did not meet full length.
Frontier Flight 3107.
V1. Positive rate. Gears coming up. V1 cut. I should fire now. No.
Contact departure.
Not right now.
Contact departure. American 2581.
Continue climbing out here. V1, exactly. And we'll go climb thrust.
Good overboard arrival. Las Vegas departure, American 2581. Good evening.
Passenger causing disturbance. That's all of you lovely folks. No, I'm just kidding.
Las Vegas departure, radar contact.
Just kidding.
Sorry, heading 245.
I'm still in Sarasota, New Smyrna Beach, Florida. I don't live there anymore,
Right,
but I'm down there fairly often to see my parents. So.
American 2581.
So yeah, I'm down in that part of Florida a decent amount. Our flaps up here now. Let's run our autopilot. The automatic pilot. In what movie was that? Airplane. The movie Airplane. Very entertaining movie if you haven't seen it. And we're on the we're doing the Keno transition here. So we're gonna start making some right turns. And did we get we got direct Joker. Oh. They're really not messing around, okay.
1905, 50%, 6,000.
Direct Joker it is.
6,000, Southwest 905.
GTA 67. Yep. That's the one. GTA 67. Fantastic. Going to sleep? Well, get some sleep. Thank you for hopping in and chatting and spending some time. Much appreciated. But get some rest. If you have any questions, flight training questions, all sorts of other stuff, please feel free to inquire. Somebody just called me on TikTok. When did that become a thing, that I can call people, like an individual person, on TikTok? That's a thing? That is terrifying. You can just call people. You have 8 hours of sleep, then get to sleep. Goodness. To sleep. I am like flabbergasted because I did not know. Yeah, I'll update my aircraft. Relax.
American 2581, contact Los Angeles.
I did not know you could call people on TikTok.
Contact Los Angeles Center on 124.2, American 2581.
Stop call. Parker, if you're in here, that was mean. There's got to be a way to turn this off.
Dear guests, we are pleased to inform you that the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Our cabin service will begin shortly, and we appreciate your patience as we prepare for your comfort. Thank you for flying with American Airlines.
Good evening, climb and maintain flight level 210. Climb and maintain flight level 210, American 2581.
People are arguing in the TikTok comments now. It's great. Great time. Really happy to see that. There's an older movie called Airspeed. Teenagers land on the pilot's knocked out. Interesting. Haven't I heard of that? I'm very excited because I'm going flying tomorrow. Works with air traffic to be coached through landing. Nifty. It's called Airspeed. I'll have to give that a look through. Have not heard of it before. Definitely meant to do that before. Everybody can get out of your seats, go meander the cabin. Whatever you want to do. It's a great time. 37 minutes en route. Not too bad.
Southwest 1883, climb and maintain flight level 280, report level.
Flight level 260 for
Good
flight level 280,
times.
Southwest 1883.
So. Not much to say, I guess, at the moment. Which is fine. Just chilling, cruising along, making our way to Fresno, to KFAT. That's like such a funny IKO. I love it. I love it so much. So, temperature. That's a new update. Nifty. That's been my word of the day.
2581, climb and maintain flight level 300.
300.
Climb and maintain flight level 300, American 2581.
Oop, that's 310. Boom. On our way up to 300. So much fun. Nifty replaced Marvelous. Yes, it did. No more Marvelous VFR C500. Whenever I'm looking for things to say. Alrighty. Don't you have a mock to be getting ready for? Or something else? I look forward to having you on next time next time the timing works out between you and I to welcome you onto a live. Oh, been done, I see. Well, standard barometric pressure. Boom. Up, up, and away to KFAT.
Los Angeles Center, United 1572, flight level 370.
I think we got about, what, 230 miles to go, somewhere around there? 259. 320 Neo. So, a little bit smaller than the 321, I suppose. Airline pilot. Do you fly 320s, 321s? By any chance?
Delta 2202, continue climb, flight level 280.
Hopefully soon. Very nice. Are you a flight instructor at the moment, or are you just at a regional? Kind of where are you at in your journey, if you don't mind my asking? Let's also grab the weather here at Fresno while we're hanging around. KFAT. No ATIS. Okay. Regional Feather 175. Very nice, very nice. That is very nice. Not, well, somewhat, I guess. Feather 175. That narrows down a little bit to which regional. I'm always curious when people say that they're a regional.
Southwest 3461, climb.
Time building, sort of. Working on starting up a flight school of my own. I'm very much into, I realize I love teaching. I like the instructional side of flying, so I'm kind of leaning a little bit more into that. Down the road, maybe airlines or corporate or something, but for now I kind of want to stay on the instructional side of it. JB passed your private pilot check ride today. That is fantastic. Congratulations to you. How does it feel? Trying to see if I can get the ATIS at Fresno. It's being difficult though. That's okay. Very good to know. I've heard a lot of good things from colleagues that are up at the airlines. So yeah, down the road. Down the road, I'll definitely look a little bit more into it. But for now, I'm gonna kind of hang out where I'm comfy for the time being. Almost too easy. I can imagine. Just sit there and push buttons all day. Can't be that hard. Oh, man.
United 2268, say ride conditions at flight level 210.
Moderate turbulence at flight level 210. Good to know. Look to file higher up at flight level 254. For clear. The amount of like pyre-ups that I've seen where people are reporting like clear conditions with like no other pyre-ups around them. It's not like there's like a turbulence pyre-up and they're like giving an update. They'll just literally give a pyre-up of like it's clear. And it's very interesting to me. Like I'll just go on ForeFlight or like on Aviation Weather Center and just be like, okay, I don't know why you're reporting this, but fair enough, I guess.
Delta 2202, continue climb, flight level 320.
Keeps it interesting, I suppose.
Flight level 320, Delta 2202.